What's up, guys? Alex here. I'm quickly responding to your comments right now. I don't know if you can see this. Can you see that at all? Responding to some of your comments, I appreciate those of you that took the time to respond. Today, I'm in Granada. I'm gonna go check out the Alhambra, and then I wanna share with you 3 of the reasons why I think most people end up living that kind of mediocre average life, when in reality they want and can achieve something great. So let's go walk around, and then I'll tell you about those somewhere else. Alright guys, so the first thing here is the people that go on to do things that a very small percentage of the world gets to do they're just braver than most people. Because think about it, number one, they're braver and they believe that they make their own luck. So I'm here in Granada, right? When I first got here, when I got to Spain, so many people were like, oh, Alex, you're so lucky, man. You're so lucky. There's all this stuff you get to do, all these places you get to travel. And the first thing I commented was, I'm not lucky. Fortunate, for sure, but I'm paying for it. No invisible benefactor is paying for my trip. I'm paying for it. So the first thing is that you have to first of all believe that you create your own luck. If there's some goal you want to achieve, it's not just magically gonna happen. Right? It doesn't just magically happen by thinking about it. It happens by coming up with concrete steps to do it. So I planned, hey, I'm gonna be moving to the West Coast. Why don't I give up my apartment lease a month early, and then instead I can put that almost $1,000 a month towards a month in Spain writing my next book. The second thing is courage, like I mentioned. There's this great quote that the secret to freedom is courage by Thucydides, right? The secret to being happy is freedom, and the secret to freedom is courage. There are so many people I talk to, and they're like, when I ask them why they haven't done the thing they've always wanted to do, and they say things like, what if it doesn't work out? Or, who am I to be doing X, Y, Z? Or, there's so many other kids in the world that are suffering and starving, but it's all emotional jumble, it's all garbage, right? It's just being distracted. It's just being unsure and uncertain and not having the guts to go after it. They're all just excuses for not trying. So the first thing is courage and listening to yourself and making your own luck. So that's the first thing I want you to think about here. Now, the last reason why people don't go on to do great things is that we often underestimate, or we overestimate rather, what it actually takes to do great things and actually change. So many people think that writing a book has to be this massive, laborious project that takes years to do in sabbaticals. I've talked about this idea before because I wrote my book in 1 hour a day. And guess what? I just finished my second one, and I also spent just 1 hour a day. So there's so much of this just life change takes so hard idea, whether it's fitness, whether it's writing the book, whether it's traveling the world. I mean, there are authors, famous authors now, that have written their entire books, that have built their whole empire before they were self-employed by just writing an hour a day on the train in the morning, going into the New York City, for example. There are people who have just achieved all of their fitness goals or financial goals. I've already told you, my own fitness is 1 hour a day in the gym, 4 times a week. And if you tack on the hours I spend cooking, that adds up to about an extra 3 hours a week total. That right there is about 7 hours for 7 days of the week. Same thing with my traveling. I mean, I'm not meticulously working 3 other jobs at the same time. It's about the strategy of automatically sending money to a savings account. So many of us, we overestimate what it really takes. We think it takes massive effort, massive discipline, massive focus, and massive time. And in reality, that's just not true. But the bottom line is, the people that are the best at what they do are really realistic with themselves. They're realistic, and I don't mean making your dreams smaller. I mean they're honest with themselves about what they're actually doing. It's so funny because I live right near New York City, and I've asked a lot of people, like entrepreneurs in Brooklyn, oh, what do you do? And a lot of them were like, hey, I'm a writer. And I'm like, sweet, I've got a book too. Like, tell me a bit about what you write. Like, where is it? Where can I download it on Amazon? I'll buy it and I'll support you. And every single one thus far, every single one of them has said, yeah, I'm working on it. I'm fleshing it out. Come on, guys. This is complete BS. If you're a writer, prove to yourself, where are the 1,000 words you're writing a day or 50 words you're writing a day? If you want to be an Olympian in track or in gymnastics, show me the hours you've done every single day to get there. If you're the writer, you gotta have written. You gotta have the book. You have to have the guts to do the work. And again, the people that get to the top, the Michael Jordans of their industry, they're honest. They can look at their calendar and say, I did this work today, or I didn't do this work. They're not saying I'm a writer because it's cool and trendy. They're not saying I'm an entrepreneur because it's cool and trendy.
They are looking at the facts. If you're an entrepreneur, how much money is your company making per month? 0? Then you may not be an entrepreneur. You may just have ideas and you may be thinking. If you're an entrepreneur, you have products, you have services, you're selling stuff. You actually have money and customer service to deal with. That's the reality. So the last reason is because, number one, we overestimate what it takes to change. It takes work, but it doesn't take that much work. And the second thing is, we're just not being honest with ourselves. So I want you to consider these points today. Before you go, I want you to leave a comment right there below. What do you think is the biggest reason why people fail to achieve greatness? Hey guys, it's Alex. Did you like this video? If so, there are 3 ways you can really stay in touch with me. The first thing is obviously to click the subscribe button right there. Every single day I'm releasing a brand new Tiny Habit video to help you lose weight, feel awesome, and live better. Second thing is you can check out my book, Master the Day. Brand new, just came out, it's been topping the Amazon bestseller list, and it's been getting great feedback. It's all about the tiny success habits to help you lose your next 20 or 30 pounds and get to kind of that next level, both in your health, but also in your life. And the third thing is, come visit me over on my website, modernhealthmonk.com. Punch in your email there and I'll give you a free guide on the exact 5 daily habits to help you lose your next 20 or 30 pounds. So go do those 3 things now, and I look forward to catching you in the next video.